It's the SUV with the heart of a sports car. Hi, this is Joe from Way Scarff Ford, and today we're talking about this amazing 2022 Ford Explorer ST. An SUV with the heart of a sports car. Where have I heard that before? Oh, wait a second, I worked for Infiniti retailers for 20 years, and they had the amazing FX series, which I owned, one of my favorite vehicles, which was built on the Nissan 370Z platform. Unfortunately, Infiniti killed it off and replaced it with a front-wheel drive CVT transmission QX50, which unfortunately is going to be discontinued after 2024. But Ford, with the Explorer, they're going the opposite direction. For a while, the Explorer is built on a front-wheel drive base platform. Even though they were all-wheel drive, the primary drive wheels were the front wheels, which is great for packaging and interior space, not so great for performance. But more recently, Ford changed things up and they went back to a rear-wheel drive base platform on the Explorer. So even though this is all-wheel drive, the primary drive units are the rear wheels. And with a rear-wheel drive bias, that makes it more sporty. That's why most sports cars, most race cars are usually rear-wheel drive for good reason. It's better balanced. You do have to give up a little interior space to have a big drive shaft going through the center. You can't mount the transmission next to the engine, and like in a front-wheel drive vehicle for better packaging, you have to mount the transmission behind the engine. But mounting the transmission behind the engine also gives you better weight distribution. So it's all compromises. But if you want a sporty vehicle and practicality, the Explorer ST has it in spades. 400 horsepower, sport-tuned suspension. This thing is fun. It's a fun, sporty vehicle, but yet it's a mid-sized crossover with space for the whole family. You have third row seating, and then you can fold down those seats, turning it into like a cargo van. It looks cool too. I love the front end styling of the Explorers. If you haven't noticed, Explorers are a favorite of law enforcement. And I can tell you how many times I've been tricked because the STs have this blacked out grille, so it almost looks like a undercover, unmarked police interceptor. You know, if you're the type of person who likes to barrel down the left-hand lane, the fast lane, not to encourage you to do that, but if you're the type of person who wants to do that, people have a tendency to get out of the way of these things when they see that big black grille getting closer in their rearview mirror. So that's a nice dividend of having an Explorer ST. You know, people might move over a little bit more enthusiastically than other vehicles. This one has a nice premium perforated leather interior. We have a nice rotary dial to operate the shifter, very straightforward. There's also a manual shift mode so you can take control of the Ford gears. There's a drive mode selector, which will change the behavior of the vehicle, steering effort, throttle sensitivity. So we got normal, we have eco, we have sport, we have tow haul, we have slippery, we have trail. And notice when you put it in trail mode, it shuts off the traction control system, which is a little bit more preferable for off-roading. And then you have that cool little gauge right there that shows you how many degrees the vehicle is leaning left or right or forward or backward. And then you have a deep snow and sand. So yeah, a lot of different drive modes. And if you notice, you have a completely digital gauge cluster. We have this nice vertical screen, Tesla-esque. It looks like it was borrowed out of the Model S. So it's really nice with a great sync into infotainment system. We have a fantastic parking camera, great overhead camera with composite view. It might look like it's flickering, but that's just a GoPro camera. Whenever the GoPro films screen, sometimes it looks like it's flickering, but trust me, it's not. Great driver's assistance features. We have adaptive cruise control. We have steering assist. Very comfortable. We have heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel. If you like music, it has a great sounding B&O sound system, Bang & Olufsen. Also have the nice all-season mats. Great color combination. With the ST, you have a more aggressive wheel and tire package. I like the black color on the wheels, nice contrasting colors with the gray exterior. You get bigger brakes, you get a stiffer suspension. There's that nice front end styling. Look at that, it almost looks like a police cruiser. Not so plain Jane as a police interceptor though, once you get a look around it. There's that fantastic V6 engine, twin turbo, 400 horsepower. This thing is really fast. That's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of vehicles. It can be a practical family hauler. It can be like a little cargo van, or it can be a back road burner. This one has these nice, comfortable second row captain's chairs. Third row seating is not too bad either. Even full-size adults would be relatively comfortable back there. We also have integrated sunshades. Nice styling on the rear. I like the quad tip exhaust system. This one also has a tow hitch on it. We also have a power rear liftgate. Lots of space back here. We got additional storage underneath here, which is nice. You can also fold down the seats for even more storage space. And then of course the second row seats fold fairly flat as well. Well, there you have it, a very nice example of a 2022 Ford Explorer ST. Who better to buy a pre-owned Ford from than a new Ford retailer like us? We work on these vehicles on a daily basis. We're very familiar with them. Way Scarff Ford has been in business for over 100 years, proudly serving the greater Seattle, Tacoma area, right here in Auburn, Washington. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a great day.